Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato. Welcome yourselves back to Factory Town. Thank you very much, by the way, to everyone who left a comment suggesting courses of action, suggesting things that we can do, ways out of this situation. There was a comment that I specifically wanted to chat very briefly about, and that was upgrading these chutes to super speedy belts. You know, the brand new Super Saiyan belts that we've just started to acquire using air crystals or whatever. I mean, we could do that, although I think at the moment, both farms are managing to output literally all of the grain, so I think that we're fine, at least on the farm side of things. For a while, there's still a little bit of tweaking to the system that I want to try and accomplish. Now, that is primarily due to the fact that we are still a little bit low on the old red coins. We could certainly do with a couple more bits of leather coming out of this pasture. I mean, if I have a little look at the overlay here. Yeah, we're outputting water from the wells, but it just doesn't seem to be happening frequently enough. So you know what? Let's grab a couple more wells, shall we? And then we'll see if we can try and plop a few more in. Anyway, I should chat about what the mission of the episode is going to be. And I'm very glad you decided to ask. I think in this episode, we are going to see if we can try and make Omnistone. That's right. I have absolutely zero conception of if we're going to be able to do it or not. But we're certainly going to try. We're certainly going to try. I don't even have a place in mind about where we should do it. To be honest, I probably should have come somewhat prepared. But to be honest, that's okay. I mean, I think this area up here is a pretty good place to do it, as we already have. Let me have a little look. We've already got air power. We've already got earth power. We've got water power, or we have the ability to get water power over here, which means that we only need to get firepower, and we actually have firepower running in this area over here. The only issue that I have is that when we make Omnistones, it actually consumes the crystal. So if we are, yeah, here it is, the mana reactor. It actually consumes all of the crystals, so fire, water, earth, air crystal, purple coins, and it requires a mana booster. Which means that we're going to have to be super careful about messing with our power grids, because at the moment all of these power grids are mostly self-sustaining and they'll just continue to go around and around and around forever. How much polished stone have we got coming in here? Not very much polished stone. I tell you what. Oh my goodness. Have we mined through all of the polished... Wow. Okay, well that is a huge surprise. Let me see if we can grab a mine shaft here and just do something like that. Excellent. Wow. Okay. Well, I did not anticipate that being an issue. But I tell you what, I'm glad that we've still got the underground resource to tap. Wowzers, that's unique. That is very, very unique and kind of terrifying. Okay, yeah, Omnistone, Omni reactors, all of that sort of nonsense. We need to also get more temples. We really are desperate to try and get more temples. The problem is that the temple tech is locked behind research that requires Omnistones. So if we want to do that, we're going to need to invest Omnistones and crystals as well, and also 100 purple coins. Although I'll be brutally honest, I don't think purple coins are a problem at this moment in time. No siree, we're actually fine for purple coins. Getting more leather set up over here would be good. It would be nice if we could get just a smidgen more leather coming out of this pasture. Alternatively, maybe just like a secondary pasture would be nice. Something like that would be great. Honestly, we might even double up this belt and see if we can plonk down a second pasture over here, because honestly, we're very, very close to just maxing out the leather, which is great, and that will really get us across the line in terms of cloak production and in terms of shoe production as well, which is going on, well, there, yeah, shoe production, which is going on here. So that's something to consider. Right, mana reactor. Where do we want to throw down the mana reactor? It needs to be somewhere isolated. But at the same time, I don't really want it to be somewhere in the middle of the base. Maybe we throw it down over here, honestly. Maybe we throw it down over here. I'm sort of setting myself some fairly, like, tough conditions. Whoa, that was wacky. I'm setting myself some fairly tough conditions in order to make this area work. The conditions that I'm setting myself, as I'm just smoothing out a little bit of water over here, the conditions that I'm setting myself are as follows. I want to transport all of the resources to the mana reactor via belt, but more so than that, they need to come directly from the source, right? So for example, we've got the barn over here, which is doing fire crystals. And speaking of, I should swap that out. Right, so the fire crystal barn, what I think we should do here is we're going to actually split the output of this temple. So half of the crystals are going to go into one barn, and the other half are going to go into another barn. So I'm just going to briefly clear this up. There we go. And then we're going to come out of here, come out of there, and then we're going to split the output. Now, the reason that I want to do this is because I want to always be stockpiling some crystals, right? I always want to be stockpiling some crystals. That goes there. That gets deleted. Excuse me. Delete the grabber. Yep. Okay, excellent. Right, so I think that should work. And so we're always going to split the output. Now, in the case of this barn, obviously, there's a massive backlog of all of these crystals, and that's totally fine. But after that, we should be ready to transmit all of the resources over to here via pipes. Now, if I grab a receiver, which I happen to have handily over here, we're going to stick down that many receivers or something, and then each of these receivers are going to receive one type of crystal, so fire, water, air, and earth. And then we're all gonna go into the mana reactors. How many mana reactors do we want? I don't know. 4 seems about right. Yeah, I don't think that there's any right answer. I mean, 4 probably is a little bit overkill, but these do take 30 seconds in order to actually make the crystal. And the thing that worries me is that we are going to have like a ridiculously complex belt setup over here, which is somewhat of a problem, because I don't really want to go for an overly complicated belt setup. I mean, how high can this belt actually tolerate? I mean, it's not going to be too difficult to do, surely. I mean, we can have 3 inputs at like a ground level, right? 3 inputs at a ground level, which is the first thing that we need to do. Oh, this is gonna be messy, isn't it? This is gonna be real messy. Maybe we should just start with 1. Maybe we should start with. I've had a much better idea. Here's the thing. Why are we doing this all with belts? I know I said that I wanted to move the resources into the mana reactors via belts. However, we can just do this with mana receivers, right? So we can just have 4 mana receivers per. That's literally it. So 4 mana receivers per mana reactor, right? And then we just need to link it up. I misplaced that one, but that's fine. You get the picture, right? And then it's going to be incumbent on us, obviously, to make sure that we don't completely mess up the pipes in the sky, or wherever the heck they are, wherever they are in an alternative dimension or whatever. And we need to make sure that there's not crossover. But actually, shouldn't be too difficult to do at all. I mean, it's not going to be an entirely even split, but it should work. It should work just fine. Okay, now. I think I've got a better idea. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Now this is probably just about my finest idea yet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up all of the different receivers. Just like so. And then, sure, you know what? Delete all of that. That's fine. I don't actually think that we need the grabbers here. I think we should be just fine without them. Excellent. So, let's see. What do we want the first... What do we want the first resource to be coming in from the side? So, what we're going to do, this is great actually. So, we're going to have the resources coming in from the side here. So, in the example of fire crystals... So we currently have the fire crystals accumulating over here. Man, we're going to need a lot of pipe. We're going to need a lot of pipe here. So fire crystals are going to come all the way across here. Yep. Fire crystals can be the most rear pipe. Excellent. And I think that we can just continue to come out like this. And I think that that should work, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I've tied that up to a barn. You potato, you idiot. Like, that's just so stupid. That is just so unbelievably stupid that it blows my mind how stupid that is. I don't know what affinity I've got for barns, but I just love to hook pipes up to them, even though barns have absolutely nothing to do with pipes. But there you go. Anyway, that's not going to work because that's going to end up causing a little bit of a ruckus. But that's fine. Actually, yeah, that's totally fine. That is totally fine. Okay, mana transmitter, that's actually linked up already, so that's great. Mana receiver will turn them back into proper full-fledged crystals, which is excellent, and that is going to mean that they go on the belt. Now, there's gonna be a little bit of a backlog. The first system is going to be backlogged. The first system, what am I talking about? The first mana reactor is going to backlog the entire thing. So we're going to have to wait for this entire belt to get backlogged before finally we're going to see fire crystals go to the second, third, and fourth, etc. Mana reactor. But that'll happen in just a second. As soon as the belt backlogs, and, oh, actually, we're going to need to accumulate the crystals in the mana reactor. We're going to have to see all of the crystals appear on the belt, and then the mana receiver is going to have to fill up as well. But after that happens, we're going to get to the next mana reactor. Okay, so that's fire crystals taken care of, and it's a fairly simple design, to be honest. It's a fairly simple design. It's a fairly decent design as well, if I do indeed say so myself. Okay, so let's have a little look. We are producing air crystals over here. Now. How's this going to work? How's this going to work? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to move the barn forward out into the ocean a little bit. There we go. I say forward out into the ocean. I don't actually mean forward out into the ocean. I mean, we're going to split that right there. Grab me a secondary belt, a secondary thingamabobber, secondary barn, that's right. And then we're going to grab a splitter from somewhere over here, because I like to pipette things, it's much easier to do. We're going to let the route continue on, that's going to go over there, then we're going to come, none of this is powered anyway, so that's actually totally fine. That goes there, we go to a transmitter, which we're going to plonk down right over here. How many mana bricks do we have, actually? Because mana bricks are a serious limiting factor of this entire operation. Stonemason outputting to the magic forge. We need to crank up the number of workers that we've got in this magic forge. We need a lot of mana bricks. Yes, we do. Yes, we absolutely do. Speaking of mana bricks, are we doing okay for magma? I think so. I think we're doing just fine. The fire crystals that we've got coming in here, yeah, I think we've got enough fire crystals coming in here. Yeah, pretty happy with that. I mean, it's not perfect, of course, but it's pretty good. It's fine enough. It's fine enough. And the magic forge, yeah, okay, so the magic forge doesn't actually have the magma that it needs. I mean, is there any way that we can go about rectifying that? To be honest, we can get super duper fast belt or whatever. Super duper fast belt, we're gonna stop producing soon because we're gonna run out of air crystals. Not like it really matters, but you know that's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen at some point. We should be aware of it. Okay, let's super duperify this belt over here. Don't love the fact that I have to do this, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine as things go. Upgraded. And upgraded all the way to the back over here. Cool. All right, so more fast belt means more magma being delivered to the magma forge eventually. Yeah. And we should, in fact, start to see the magma backlog on its way to the crystal making mana forges. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent. Love to see it. Okay, cool. That is great. That is fantastic. That is really, really good. Also, I think that we should supply pickaxes to this mine over here, because this stone mine is actually becoming a real essential area, because we need these polished stones in order to continue to make this stuff. What are we making? You know, the gold ring things, the water rings. Yeah, the water rings. That's the only way that we're making blue coins at this moment in time. Blue coins, red coins. We're very, very close to the ground on, I will say. It feels rather risky, what we're doing. Also, we have nowhere near enough gold. Gold ore coming out of this mine here. I wonder if it's worth us trying to ship in some gold. Potato, focus. Focus your brain. Focus your brain. Your brain is so unfocused today. I don't know what it is. It's magic. It's magic in the worst possible way. It's like black magic, except it's not blagic. Blagic? It's not black magic because it's not evil. My lack of focus is not inherently evil. At least I would like to think that it's not anyway. Okay, you know what? Sort out this, Potato. Just sort out this. Just do it, okay? Just do it. Fine. All right. So then we're gonna bring across. Then we're gonna bring across this. This can come in from the other angle. There's no reason not to, right? As far as I'm concerned. Right into there. Right into there. Right into there, and right into there. It looks like the fire crystals have managed to backlog themselves, which is great. Okay, earth crystals now. Earth crystals are going to be a little bit funky. The good news is that we don't have to have a return route for this crystal setup. It's actually completely fine. Also, I'm pretty sure that I left a barn. Yeah, I was waiting to say, I'm pretty sure I left a barn full of earth crystals somewhere around here. Right, there's a mana transmitter over there. Where's the best place to do this? I tell you what, I've got an idea. Here's what we're going to do. Now, this barn isn't actually connected up to the grid at present, but there's a good chance that it may need to be reconnected at some point. So, again, we're just going to make sure that we have a way to split off 50% of the production of the crystals. Gonna copy mana transmitter over there. Excellent. And what does that mean? Ooh, that's a pain in the backside. How the heck are we gonna navigate around all of this nonsense here? I mean, it's possible to do. I wonder if we just might do it with a belt. Because if we do it with a belt, it's probably going to be easier. Yeah, look, okay, so I'm really not proud of the maneuver that I'm about to do, but you know what? We're gonna do it nonetheless. Let's literally just belt out to like here. Literally belt out to like here. Move this mana transmitter to over there. Yep, and then it means that we don't have to faff around with any of this nonsense. We can just go straight through the middle here. We're never gonna have any mana interaction with this area over here, so I'm fine just using the mana belts. Excellent. Again, you know, we could draw down from our power supply, but I want a bespoke network. I want a bespoke network to deliver solid crystals, right? So that we don't end up overexpending. Okay, so that's going to come from there. That's excellent. It's going to take a little while to sort of filter around because we don't have many crystals here. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to swap this barn out with this barn here, right? And then we can change that to there. Yeah, sure. Okay. And so that is going to be fine. That'll allow us to just transmit. Okay, so far so good. That is 3 out of 4 crystals. We also need to sort out the mana power for the mana reactors, but that's fine. Okay, let's head across to Waterland. Waterland, Waterland, Waterland. Waterland, conveniently, also almost has a barn that is ready to rock and roll. So that's kind of nice. Pretty much the same story over here. I will say, I am very, very happy. I am, like, very, very happy with how this playthrough has turned out. Like, you know, sure, we've had our problems, but for the most part, it's actually been fairly smooth. It's actually felt really, really good, and I've just been digging it. I really have been. Okay, there's an easy way for us to get from where we are to where we want to go. No, wrong thing grabbed. There we go. Grab this. Stick that in there. Water crystals into there. Excellent. Grab a copy of the pipe, and then let's go. We're gonna go up all the way over here. We're gonna come right the way over here. Again, we don't have any interference with other mana things in this area. I don't think we're ever gonna boost this area. Not yet, anyway. And if we do, you know, it's not the end of the world to, like, move a pipe or whatever. So, you know, even though we could very well boost, like, certain buildings if we wanted to, I don't think that I'm really that bothered. Anyway, so that is 4 out of 4 crystals. Now, we're gonna have issues. We're gonna have balance issues because we've got the different resources coming in from different angles. I wonder, in fact, if it might be worth us swapping this around so that the air comes in from the same angle, because otherwise we're going to have an imbalance issue where only this reactor gets access to air crystals. I mean, look, I think in an ideal world, maybe if I do this again, maybe we swap the fire belt down to the 3rd row, and then we go around with air crystals and we get the air crystals in on the top row. I will do that. The problem is that the crystals are too valuable to just, like, trash, and so I don't really want to do that at this moment in time. Yeah. But either way, it should be fine. It should be fine. We'll let it backlog for a bit, and that's all good and whatnot. Okay. The last ingredient to the puzzle is literally just mana power, which is going to be shockingly easy to set up. Right, now mana power needs to be orchestrated slightly differently. We need to make sure that we're splitting it fairly evenly. There we go. And we may need to introduce some more mana crystals to this network here. Okay. There. Cool. And then just right on the side here. I am shocked. You know that? I am shocked we just got an Omnistone. It was just produced somewhere. This is the mana reactor. This is the mana reactor that is responsible for the production of our first Omnistone. That is incredible. Absolutely brilliant. You love to see it. That is really, really good. Anyway, what was I saying? Something. That's what I was gonna say. That wasn't very helpful, was it? Maybe I should just make all the videos like that from now on. Something. Potato plays a video game. Something happens. Something. No. On the contrary, that would be awful. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Look, I'm happy with that. That's really good. That's really, really decent. It's gonna. I wonder if it's just worth us biting the bullet now and then just reversing the flow of all of this so that air crystals work slightly better. Yeah. Okay, I mean, look, we're not going to lose the crystals per se. Okay, you know what? Pick that up there. If we pick the crystals up, they will go to the base, which is fine. Right, I think this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think it will work, but the problem is that it's just not gonna work evenly. And to be honest, I feel like I kind of care about consistent production almost as much as I care about production just in general, you know? So let's do that. Now this is going to be a funky situation where we're going to basically just need to pick up all of our fire crystals because all of our flippin' heck. Ooh, that's not good. At least it's fire crystals, it's fine. Okay. So pick up fire crystals from this side over here. Okay, pick up air crystals from over there. Pick up fire crystals over here. Fire crystals over there. Fire crystals over there. Fire crystals over there. Fire crystals, fire crystals, fire crystals. So now, fire crystals should be coming in from the third belt. Right? Yes, the third belt. And air crystals are coming in from the fourth belt. Excellent. So air crystals are the weakest link in this puzzle here. Thankfully, we do actually have a barn filled with air crystals, which are ready to go. So, you know what? I'm actually just going to swap them in. It's a good thing that I've been stockpiling this whole darn time, eh? Okay, 16 Omni Stones already. That's pretty obscene. That's quite a lot of production. That's quite a lot of production. And the good thing about this network that we've set up is that it doesn't interfere with the regular production and regular usage of all of the other crystals, which is very, very, very important. I need to make sure that I grab a duplicator over here. We're still looking good on the... We're still looking good on this front. Grab a splitter there. Grab a splitter there. Yeah, this is looking and feeling fine. Yeah. Okay, happy with this. Happy with this. We're back up to 12,000 red coins, 11,000 blue coins. Yeah, don't love that. Don't love that. Purple coins also going to start to take a little bit of a hit, but that's totally fine. Are we going to crest 1,000 happiness? Wow, that's 1,000 happiness right there. I have absolutely no idea what I've done to get happiness this high. Maybe the population are aware that I've started to produce Omni Stones. It's pretty great, if that's the case. Yeah, so now it's just a case of waiting until we backlogged enough of these crystals in order to pretty much produce continuously. The fact that we've got like 250 air crystals times 4. We got about 1,000 air crystals. We can probably make about 1,000 Omni Stone, to be honest. Because I think we've got about a full barn's worth of every single crystal, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that's real good. That's real good. I'm pretty happy with that. What can I say? That's good news. That's really, really good news. Okay. This leather situation is something that I want to see if I can fix. So let's see if we can actually do something about this. We're gonna need to get super duperified fast belt. There we go. There we go. Nice. Where is this coming from? Okay, let me... This needs to be done pretty carefully, actually. Right. Now, is it entirely possible that we do something like this? Yes. So far, that's good. Although I'd like to make that a double, please. Like a Starbucks Grande or something. I don't know. I shouldn't be advertising Starbucks. Not for free, anyway. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad, actually. Okay, that's real good, in fact. Okay. Come out of here with that. Out of there with that. And up here to there, like so. Over here. See if we can get that down to there. Brilliant. Alright, very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Now, I need to get a brand new pasture, as this pasture is quite literally maxed out. We could add an earth booster, and to be honest, we've got an earth wire. We got an earth wire fairly nearby. So why don't we think about doing that? I think we should think about doing that. That would be a not terrible idea, because I'm pretty sure that we can afford to max out production here. So yeah, we'll try and do that. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean up this little this little fertilizer output, at least for now. Then we're going to copy this pasture. We're going to stick it down right next to there. Also, I don't think I'm growing, or rearing, I should say, a single chicken. Is that not kind of crazy? Not rearing a single chicken. This is also a little bit of a confusing setup. This is a very confusing setup. This doesn't need to be the case. We just remove this belt from here. We stick that in over there. We're going to need to speed that belt up, though, because otherwise it's not going to be able to supply properly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's a full belt now going towards cloak production. Yeah, excellent. A full belt going towards cloak production, and maybe we'll even need to get more than that. This pasture needs water as an input, which is totally fine if we use the fluid pipe overlay. Yep, happy with that. We just need to grab ourselves a splitter here. Entirely the wrong type of tool. Yeah, sure. That's fine. That's pretty decent. Okay, will it work? We'll see. We'll see. Okay, ditch these trees and that little pile of stone over there. That's totally fine. How are we doing leather-wise? We're doing good leather-wise. We're doing very, very good leather-wise. We got a lot of cloaks being produced, which is excellent. Very, very, very happy about that. Okay. Now we just need to sort out the feed. Yes, I think that that's fine. That's almost certainly fine, right? Sure. Famous last words and all that, eh? Okay, give me a bit of belt right over there. No. No. Look, just... that goes there. Right? Okay, that doesn't impede any traffic flow below. That goes down there. That is such an abysmally designed belt, but you know what? I'm going to keep it as a memory of what happens when Potato designs things. Either way, that needs to be upgraded to the max level pasture. We need to throw in as many people as we possibly can, and we also have to be ready to throw in an earth booster too. Right. Water-wise, I mean, look, this is just a disaster, to be honest. We shouldn't really have a splitter over here. Like, that doesn't really help things at all. Does that make any difference? Yeah, that's a little bit better, actually. That's a little bit better. Now, we're probably going to end up going a little bit animal feed negative here, which is not exactly what I want to do. Also, this needs to only export leather. Yeah, fertilizer is no good. No good, no good, no good. There we go. Excellent. Fast belt, please. Excellent. And I think that we're good. I think that we're good. Okay, so that is pretty much unlimited shoe production. We could add a steam booster. We could add an air booster. We can also just fill it with employees. Right. What do we need? It's still leather that we need? Really? We still need leather. We still need leather, and it's still water, which is an issue. I simply do not believe it. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab more and more wells. This is obscene. I feel like there must be a way to better extract water. I know that there's the steam pump with the rotational engine or whatever. That is a horrible bit of belt work. But you know what? It's an independent little like water loop, so it'll be fine. Man, it just swallows. It just swallows water. It's actually kind of crazy. Okay, more. There we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, I mean, that is pretty close to full production there. Let's speed up this belt too. as this belt is no longer satisfactory for supplying all of the nails that we need to supply. Dare I say, we may need to get a super duper belt. We do need to get a super duper belt. Or at least we could have got a second metal belt. Alright, shoes. Loads and loads and loads of shoes. Already our red coins seem to be perking up a little bit. That's good. It's a good step in the right direction. Are we still having a water shortage here? How is that even possible? Really? Okay, I mean, try deleting this belt here. Does that address the issues at all? That's, I don't know, this seems ridiculous. Okay, that looks a little bit better, but I mean, look, still we're not really where we want to be. We still need a lot more leather in order to satisfy the demands of this workshop. Leather is tough to produce, dude. Leather is a tough one. Leather is a tough one. Okay, throw some more people in there. Throw some more people in there. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better. Looking a little bit more consistent. Even shoes. Man, we're low on shoes. I mean, happiness is good. Coinage is good. Coinage is very, very good, in fact. How are we doing for Omnistone? 186 Omnistone already. We can hit level 10, and we will hit level 10, by the way. Look, I click on that, and immediately the game starts to chug because all of the different caravan routes. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Can we sell Omnistone? Speaking of, I don't think we can. No, we can't. That's okay. That's totally fine. And again, leather is the issue. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to add an earth booster. We're going to add an earth booster to both of these pastures. An earth booster to both of the pastures. Let's go into the Omni mana pipe overlay. Right, we're going to drag this out here. We're going to drag this out here. And then we're going to regroup over here. And then we're going to go all the way around. I know there's probably an easier way of doing this, but to be honest, I just don't want to. I want to make sure that we have, you know, a fairly simple loop system. And if we need to address that in the future, we will. And again, we are still like so unbelievably low on water. It looks like we've got like almost 2 continuous belts going in here. Okay, now we're low on animal feed because I think we've burned through like all of it. Yeah, we almost certainly have. Okay. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, we are low on animal feed. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. Okay, here's the problem. Here's part of the problem. We need to get a dedicated fast belt. Dedicated fast belt for this right here. And then that needs to be deleted. That needs to be deleted right there as well. So we now have a dedicated fast belt for both of the grain mills, which is going to make a big old difference. Okay, can we crank that up to max? Crank that up to max number of employees as well. Crank that to max. Crank that to max. Crank that to max. Crank that to max. Alright, we shouldn't have any belt buildup. It should all be fine. Honestly, I feel like maybe a steam booster is not a terrible idea right now. The one problem with a steam booster is that we're going to have to get a brand new steam boosting setup, which is totally fine. We should get a steam booster setup over here. What do we need? We need a steam generator. We need a mine. It's actually quite labor intensive. Automatically linked to all of these water tiles. Yeah, but does that make a difference? Does that? I don't actually know. Okay, steam pipe. Yeah, we'll worry about steam pipes in just a second. It does get water. It does get water. There's no way that I can move it even more into the water. Can't build on uneven terrain. Yeah, okay. No, I don't think so. Unless I'm able to build... I'm able to build it just in the middle of the... middle of the ocean. And link to the water tiles. It's a dream come true. Okay. Let's do that then. We still need to supply it with fuel. But, I mean, we're going to do that thanks to a nearby massive coal deposit, which is kind of great. Wonderful. Let's do coal supply. Brilliant. Let's do metal conveyor belts. Or maybe chutes. Maybe chutes. Maybe chutes will be enough. We'll see, right? Cool. Do something like that. Almost certainly we'll need more than that, though. Yep, ditch that. Ditch that. Cool. And shoot. Wonderful. Okay. Now let's make some steam pipes. Some hot and steamy steam pipes. Okay, steam pipe overlay. Yes. This building needs a pipe outlet. Yes. Is that not what I was trying to build? That's a pipe out. What? There is a pipe outlet. Steam connector. Okay, I mean, why do you not show up? Steam connector. What the heck? This building needs a pipe outlet. Yeah, I understand entirely the concept of a pipe outlet. But this, I mean, this doesn't work. It's right here. It's right here, video game. You've got your water. Okay, delete that building and then try again. That is real funky because it should work. Right? Am I going bonkers? I mean, I know that it doesn't have a pipe outlet. Did I do something different here? I mean, I have absolutely zero conception of what I've done. Does it need to be on land? Is that what I'm missing? Is that a bug or is that a thing? Hold up. Okay. Okay, apparently it needs to be on land. Apparently, which makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Yeah, I have no idea why it would need to be on land. But to be honest, that's actually kind of easy to rectify because all we need to do is remove a little tiny corner. Increase or remove more of a corner. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. That goes in there, that goes in there. Then we move it back. And now that there is a land element to that, it should work, right? Okay, don't understand why that's the case. Doesn't make sense to me, but apparently it needs to be on land. So there you go. Yeah, irritated by that. Right, what was I even steam generating? Oh yes, all of the mills. That was what I was gonna do. Over here. Good. Good steam power there. Okay, keep it coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may not need to split if we have enough. Okay, add steam booster. Add steam booster. Add steam booster. So that takes us basically from 600% up to 750. Is that going to be enough? I mean, it might be. It might be to sort of recover a little bit of a stockpile, but I kind of doubt it, to be honest. We're also going to need, like, a lot more steam just in general. Because, of course, this isn't going to work. Not going to work at all. Now, we need to make sure that we use one of these water pump things. It can only be placed on terrain, because, of course, it can. It's linked to fish tiles. Okay, 1, 2. Excellent. There we go. Water pump. Excellent. Okay, and then we put steam. So steam can't be linked up from there. Gotta go down here then. In there. Excellent. Water pump is output, and it's output. Fluid pipe overlay. We find some fluid pipe to reference. It's the easiest way to do it. And then that just goes in there like so. Alright, and then we output steam. It's literally that simple. And that's still not enough, so we're going to need to output more. So we can do that with a little bit of rotational power. Steam engine, I think it is. The thing that we need. Steam engine? What am I looking for? Steam... I think it's a steam engine. Oh, flippin' heck. I've built, like, so few of them. I've built so... I'm going crazy. Steam engine, that's the one. Okay. And that literally gets connected up next door, doesn't it? Oh, we need steam here as well. Okay, fine. Of course, but we can't do that because that's not on land, because everything needs to be on land for some obscene reason. Don't get me wrong. You know, I very much like this game. I very much like this game. But I don't understand why everything needs to be on land. Certainly with the Steam setup. Like, that doesn't make sense. Okay. That's looking good. So, we now provide rotational power and also steam power, which outputs a tremendous amount of water, I believe. But it's still nowhere near enough. It's almost like this whole setup isn't worth considering. It's almost certainly just easier to get a whole bunch of wells, which I feel is like kind of a shame. I feel like the steam power stuff should be buffed a little bit. You know, what is the point of dealing with all of this faff when you can just like line up 100,000 wells like so, grab a bit of water pipe, yep, thank you for saving at the exact wrong moment in their video game. There we go. And so that's enough water, right? That is absolutely enough water. It looks like we probably backlogged on Steam, which is good, to be fair. Are we... No, we're not even working with a backlog yet. We're probably out of grain, too. Yeah, we're straight up out of grain. We're straight up out of grain. I almost feel like we're not able to... I guess we are able to grow it fast enough. But there must be... We could add an earth booster over here. Also, there is a little bit of a backlog in the supply of earth crystals, apparently. That ain't super hot, but also doesn't particularly matter. We're still boosting these pastures. These pastures can't be boosted too much because the earth crystal shortage. But I mean, that's fine. That's totally fine. At the end of the day, I'm not overly worried about this. It's absolutely a-okay. As problems go, this is not a big problem. This is not even slightly close to a big problem. Right, the kitchen is working. The kitchen is working fine. We got 100. Oh my... Oh, this is almost certainly due to a boat. I was way to say, almost certainly due to a boating issue. But apparently that's not the case. Let's just grab another cargo boat then and deliver everything over to... Which one is it? It's this one over here. Excellent. Okay, wow, we've got more than enough medical wraps. The apothecary is overflowing, actually. Okay, well, I tell you what, we've actually managed to max out, or close to max out, the number of workers that we've got, which is pretty darn decent, if I do indeed say so myself. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. What the heck is happening here? Okay, pickaxes, let's not worry about that too much. Let's get wraps. Excellent. Go. And then let's also get one for ointment. I think it's ointment, isn't it? Ointment. Yep. And we can get you to go too. And so that should just sort of supplement our supply. Should be relatively easy to sort out. 50 eggs. That's okay. We're fine for eggs. Cool. That's good. We're still making money. The gourmet foods is giving us a lot of happiness. To be honest, it's actually, crazily enough, the general store, which is supplying the vast bulk of our happiness at this moment in time. Turns out cloak production and shoe production has made a real impact there, so that's really, really good. Okay, should we try and upgrade to level 10? I think that we totally should, right? Let's do it. 100 Omni Stones straight down the drain. As I say, when I originally devised this system, we've got the ability to make round about 750 Omni Stones straight off the bat. That's without, you know, stockpiling the extra Omni Stones, which we have managed to stockpile. Basically splitting half of the air temple production, half of the fire temple production, etc., etc. So we've got about 750 stones to play around with. We've got to be careful what we spend them on, but, you know, getting the base upgrade, probably the most imperative thing to do. Excellent. So house max is increased by 40. New recipe unlocked. Omni Stone upgrade. Brilliant. Where the heck did our extra worker supply go there? Also, 40 additional houses. What the heck am I going to do with 40 additional houses? Where the heck am I going to put them? Where the heck am I going to put them? I tell you where I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them around... I'm going to put them around here. I'm going to put them around the periphery of the base. But 40 of them? You may find yourself asking, where the heck is he going to put these extra houses? And all that you need to know is I've got a plan. Is that connected up? That's totally connected up. I've got a plan. Okay, so I don't think that there's anywhere else really that we can squeeze in an extra house. I mean, we might be able to squeeze in some more houses if we faff around with that. But to be honest, we're pretty much at our maximum capacity over here. You know, maybe like a couple of additional houses over here. Over here. But I mean, even that doesn't really feel good. Oops. Even that doesn't really feel good for the reason of I don't really want to encroach upon the belt space over here. So I think what we're going to do, actually going to do, crazily enough, is build a second floor. That's right. That's right. Because this specialty goods supply affects, I believe, the entirety of the way up. So, like, all of the areas of effect apply, like, literally all the way up, which is kind of nice. I mean, look, there's not, like, a super huge rush to get ourselves sorted in that regard. I mean, you know, the houses that I'm just leveling up at this moment in time, the extra ones that I've just placed in spaces that we've got that are free. I mean, look, this is going to provide, you know, plentiful amounts of space and population going forward, which is kind of nice. So pretty happy with that. Yeah, the one thing that I'm querying is that I did lose like a single house worth of population, and I don't understand why that was the case. I wonder if it had something to do with changing area of influence, perhaps the gourmet foods or anything like that. I mean, all of these are supplying to 69 stores or 69 houses. Also at base level 10. Oh man, that looks so good, doesn't it? Looks so good. Research wise, what do we got? Omni temple construction. Ooh, I don't think I've ever come across Omni temple construction before. That's very cool. Omni pipe transmission. Interesting. Water purification. I mean, we can do water purification right now, to be honest. Omni planters probably hold the most value for me because that will allow me to prospect for stone and prospect for resources on the Omni planters. So I'll be able to place down additional resources, which is quite nice. Pretty useful, I would say. But you know, I think I do want to solve the... I was going to say housing crisis, but it's not much of a housing crisis, is it? Right, let's do this. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the plan. Here's the plan, folks. Here's the plan. Almost there. Okay. So, we need to make sure that it is connected via a walkway. But I think, yeah, this is an appropriate height. We can actually clip through. We can actually clip through the top layer of the house, which is quite good. However, I want to also simulate the walkway, the pathway too, because every house needs to be connected up to the pathway in order to get the benefits from the buildings. That was dreadful, 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 dreadful. Yeah, and that will probably end up deleting some level of happiness or something. I don't know. Okay, cool. Now, house. Let's see if we can place one down over here. Yeah, I kind of want it to be exactly as is, but just like above ground there. Yes? Okay, so this is currently not connected to anything. And if I do this... Is it now connected? It's now connected. 70 houses. It's literally that simple, folks. It's literally that simple. I mean, I don't love the fact that I'm sort of clipping through the houses below. I will say, though, I mean, I'm not overly bothered. I'm not overly bothered. However, it might make it a little bit easier to place stuff down if I just go up another layer. And to be brutally honest, like, it's not going to be difficult to go up another layer. Like, it's just not a problem for me. Yeah, I mean, I do need to delete all of this. But that's okay. We'll need to do that again anyway. Right. How does that look? We're still clipping through it a little bit. But I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be totally fine. I guess we'll see, won't we? Cool. All right. Give me a house blueprint. We can do that there and that there. Okay. A million times easier to place, actually. A million times easier to place. Right. And so that is how it's done. And this probably will not need to be like a full floor. But yeah, it's fine. Oh, potato, you idiot. But it's fine enough as is. Like, that's... I mean, this will be a large enough floor as it stands. The crazy thing is that some people... You can find these designs on the Steam Workshop if you're interested. Some people have designed wonderfully tight small town setups, wonderfully small setups just in general, that are super duper efficient at delivering resources to houses and all of that nonsense. And also just like really, really small production setups as well. But one of the things that I do like that you can do is, look at that, happiness, 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 happiness. Is I love that you can stack houses. That is really, really cool. Right, let's get these upgraded. Level 5. Excellent. 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 Happiness is going to blow past 1,000. Which is very, very cool indeed. Be able to... we need to do one row over here. That'll probably be enough. No, not enough as a point of reference. That's fine. Okay, and then... Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of keen to keep the design... like, mostly similar to the design below. Pretty much because, I mean, I want to make it look semi-consistent, semi-symmetrical. There we go. That's looking good. Can't afford. What do I need? I need 15 logs? Wow, I don't even have logs. That's kind of crazy. Where do I get my logs from? I don't even know where I get my logs from, to be honest. It's been such a long time since I've... Oh, you flippin' idiot, potato. It's been such a long time since I worried about... logs. Excellent. I mean, that's 77 out of 100 houses. We've got another 170 people that we can throw down. Happiness is increased by another 100, so that's looking really, really good. It's just because we've got more houses to sell to, frankly. General store again. Wow. Doing a huge amount of heavy lifting here. Like, a huge amount of heavy lifting. This is really, really impressive. I mean, look, we're in a really, really good place. Happiness is through the roof, actually. Like, I don't think it's ever been better. Literally never has been better. Totally crazy. Totally crazy. You know what, folks? On that note, we're actually going to wrap this episode up. What a productive episode, eh? 510 Omnistone. The next episode, we're hopefully going to start utilizing it. We're going to see what we can. We're going to see what we can do with it. But yeah, we tweaked all of the processes that we wanted to tweak. The mana reactors are going well. I mean, like 100%. Why are you not working? Weird. I was waiting to say everyone's working at 100%, but apparently not that mana reactor. Very, very strange indeed. Either way, it's fixed now. Thank you very much for watching this episode. As ever, if you're interested in helping out make videos like this possible, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/potato. Thanks to Banana Nana and C Senpai for being the two $25 plus tier patrons. Thank you very, very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.